formation of your personality. Who are you? How would you describe yourself? Would you describe yourself as energetic, as happy, short, or tall? Our self-definitions are brought to question, but the real question is, what shapes these definitions? Many factors within us and around us help develop our self-concepts. A few weeks ago, my social psych professor asked us to describe ourselves. This intrigued me, and I was interested in the internal and external factors that help develop our self-concept, and answering the question, who am I? There are many factors, but today we'll focus on two: self-esteem and what others tell us about ourselves. Barron and Branscombe define self-esteem as the overall attitude that people hold towards themselves. Richard Robinson and Callie Trenovinsky from the Department of Psychology in the University of California talk about 4 stages in life in which our self-esteem is developed. The first stage is when we're a child, and it's relatively high, and we have a very high positive outlook on ourselves. But then it slowly declines as we listen to our external feedback and social comparisons. And then in our adolescence, it tends to decline due to body image and puberty, and then also from the transition to grade school to high school and in college. And then in our adulthood, it increases due to power and status roles, like leadership roles. And then there's also peaks of midlife, such as achievements that we reach. And then in our old age, it tends to decline due to changes in roles and relationships. And we are also more likely to acknowledge the faults and limitations. Our self-esteem is measured by the 10-item Rosenberg scale, which is the explicit attitude-based self-evaluation of the self. And you're given 10 questions that will be answered on a scale from strongly agree to strongly disagree. One question could be, I feel I have a number of good qualities. Richard Robbins and his colleagues from the University of California noticed that if you focus on your successes, your self-esteem is more likely to be higher. But if you also focus on your failures, your self-esteem is likely to decline. Our second point is what others tell us about ourselves. And we often believe what people tell us about us, whether they say we're happy or we're organized. So we tend to focus back on the moments that people tell us about. And so Barron and Branscombe discuss this in their social psychology textbook in terms of external factors in the shaping of our self-concept. So one thing is our personality test, and Carol Wade states that these are psychological tests that evaluate personality traits, our emotional state, aptitudes, interests, abilities, and values. And there are many more out there. One way that these personality tests attract us through the internet is through relatable phrases. There are, if you're a male, female, or if you're a college student, or what being a cat lover really says about you. And then there's also the attention getters, such as which Star Wars character resembles you the most, or what your favorite color says about you, or what your sleep position says about you. And so individuals are likely to believe what these personality tests gives you, and this is known as the Barnum effect by P.T. Barnum, where individuals believe general characterizations that are relevant to them. And so back to the question, who are you as a person? How would you describe yourself? Would you be short or cheerful? Are you a businessman? Or are you tall or organized, kind? A lot of these descriptions are either relations with other people or physical descriptions. And these responses are formulated based on factors such as self-esteem and what others tell us about ourselves. Our self-concepts are unique because they teach us how we can become a better person, and they also help us find ourselves in terms of who we are.